But I'm going to do a story, and I want to talk about how we can use these stories in the classroom to teach critical thinking skills. This is a cow-tail switch. Now, I know not all African countries have a cow-tail switch, so I understand that. But I bought this when I went to Ghana, West Africa. So I'm going to tell you this story. And although I'm telling you a story from Ghana, all the stories in Africa they have lessons. And they're not only to entertain us, but they're to remind us of who we are, remind us of our history, and the importance of our community, the importance of keeping our culture alive. This story is called Audubey and the Cow Tester. Now, Audubey's father was a mighty hunter, and Audubey was proud that his father was a mighty hunter. And one day the hunters went hunting for food, and Audubey's father met with tragedy and did not return. So after some time had gone by, his mother called for him. Audubey. Audubey went to his mother, and she says, yes, my mother. Audubey, your father since your father will not be returning and you are the eldest male child, I present to you his cow-tail switch. Audubey was very proud and very honored to have his father cow-tail switch. So he took the cow-tail switch and he said, I will make my father proud. And he ran into the village and he says, look at me, everybody, look at me. I am now the keeper of the cow-tail switch. His friend says, Audubey, it's not nice to brag. Audubey said, you're just jealous. Look at me, everybody, look at me. I am now the keeper of the cow-tail switch. And they kept saying, Audubey, it's not nice to brag. Now one day Audubey said, today I am going to laugh in a lion's face. I will make my father proud. Now the elders in the village, they're the people of wisdom and knowledge. So when the elders heard this, they called for him. Audubey, Audubey, Audubey. Audubey went to the elders and said, yes, my elders. Audubey, what is this we hear? You planning to laugh in a lion's face? My elders, I will make my father proud. I'm going to laugh in a lion's face. The elder says, Audubey, you must listen to us. For we know wisdom and knowledge. You must promise us that you will not do such a foolish thing. Now Audubey looked the elders in their eyes, and he said the words, I promise. But as soon as he walked away from the elders, he forgot his promise. I'm going to laugh at a lion's face. Well, these people told these people, told these people, told these people. And his mother heard the news. And his mother, she was angry. Audubey. Yes, my mother. Audubey, what is this I hear? You planning to laugh in a lion's face. Mother, it is the brave thing to do. I will make my father proud. Audubey, that would not make your father proud. You must listen to the wisdom and knowledge of your elders and your teachers. Don't laugh in a lion's face. Audubey looked his mother in the eyes and he said the words, I promise. But then he went back out into the village. Now he noticed that the elders, the keeper of wisdom and knowledge, they were busy talking. They were talking about yesterday's news. And who said what to whom it was said. He sneaked past the elders. He sneaked past his friend. And he went into the forest looking for a lion. He found a great big lion sleeping in the tall grass. He tiptoed up to that lion. Ha ha, ha ha. Lion kept his eyes closed and did not move, so Audubey went to the side. Ha ha. Ha ha. The lion did not move. So Audubey, feeling very brave, with his cow-tail switch in his hand, went to the front of that lion. And he laughed, like he said, ha ha, ha ha. Lion kept his eyes closed, but opened his mouth wide. And all that was left was the cow-tail switch. When Audubey did not return home, the hunters went looking for him. Audubey. His friends went looking for him. Audubey. And his mother. Audubey. I say to you, my friends, on this day at this time, in this place, never ever laugh in a lion's face while he's sleeping on the ground. That story is different from European stories. And when I first moved to Minnesota, Most teachers in ninth grade teach that story or tell that story usually in the classroom because it's a death in the story. And so I remind them the story is not real, but it's to remind us, the importance of that our elders play in our community and that we must always listen. But the story has a message for the elders as well as the children, because the elders are the keeper. That's the African proverbs that we all are the keeper of the children. And so it reminds us to respect, but also in the classroom, when Arube goes to the elders, what is one of the things he does first? Anybody remember what I did? He bows before the elders to show respect. And so growing up in Louisiana, I didn't grow up in Africa, I grew up in Louisiana. But I noticed from my African friends the respect they have for their elders. And in Louisiana, when I even go back now to a wedding or funeral, we always show respect for the elders. This story also is another way to introduce students to different cultures. Because when I moved here from Louisiana, I was surprised. I was riding the bus and an elder got on the bus and nobody got up to give the elder the seat. I could not believe that because I've been taught just the opposite. To get up, so my daughter got up so an elder could sit down. And so regionally, even here in the United States, there are different cultures and respect for the elders. Now, one of the other things that I use, because I also teach creative writing, if we look at that story, we talk about Arube, let's examine that story for a second. Let's talk about the voices in that story. What voice do we hear here? The first voice is that of what? Arube. Thank you, student, my daughter. So Arube, what's another voice in the story?
Elders.
The elders. If the elders could talk, what story they would tell? Because that story would be different from the child's story, right? What's another voice in that story?
The mother.
The mother. What would the mother say? And a lot of times I have my students say, I know you're not a parent, but no parent wants to lose a child. That's why we teach you right from wrong. That's why you must listen. Even in our absence, you must listen to another adult who's giving you the truth. So sometimes in a classroom, especially when I'm working with older students, and some of them might choose to write from the father's perspective. What would he say? Even though he's now deceased, what would he say? What's another voice in the story? His friends. What would the friends say? What would they say? If they had to attend that funeral, what would they say? Or how would they remember Arube on his birthday? What would they do? Like we're here, we're celebrating Fred. I met Fred many years ago, and we used to perform. I learned a lot from Fred, from working with Fred, and the respect he had for his culture and the teaching. What's another voice in that story? Anybody remember the story? The lion. The lion has his share of the story too. What would the lion say? The lion was just lying there. Now, when I teach the story, and the way my parents taught me, is that the lion does not necessarily represent a lion in the jungle, but the lion represents things of danger. Never ever laugh in a lion's face while it's sleeping on the ground. Don't go stand in the middle of the freeway and expect to live. Do you get the wisdom in that? Never ever laugh in a lion's face. Lion meaning danger, things that are danger. And so when I'm using stories in the classroom, I break the story down and we look at what's happening. We look first of all culturally, what's happening. What is different from the culture, that story, than the culture we're currently living in. And then we start breaking the story down and look at the perspective from different voices in the story. Even if we're using an American story, when we're talking about Jack and the Beanstalk, I always remind them, Jack went up to the giant's house, right? The giant did not invite him in. So if the giant can tell the story, what would his story be? Does that make sense? Yeah. So there are a lot of things that we can do in a classroom that will help our students with their critical thinking, help them with their literacy skills, and teaching them about other cultures, which is so important.